Our company is relatively young. In 2017, Ryan and Holly Lambert were the founders of the company, husband-wife. They were living here in Austin and had a close family friend who had a child with autism. It was certainly the case in 2017. It likely is the case today as well, that access to these services was proving to be quite difficult. Not only was access to services proving to be difficult, just getting the diagnosis. The wait list for child neurologists was as long as a year. And if you're anything like me, and when you hear that your child may be on the spectrum, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to Google and PubMed the heck out of it late at night. And the first few things that you read are actually pretty tough. Most of us will look for a cure. Is there a pharmaceutical intervention that can actually cure autism? Unfortunately, as we know, there isn't one today, and there isn't a whole lot of promising things in the pipeline either. So that gets you a bit disappointed. But as you read more, there's clearly one therapy that is broadly considered the gold standard. It's endorsed by the CDC, the US Surgeon General, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and the body of literature that demonstrate that when the therapy is practiced efficaciously, the impact that it has on a child's trajectory can be quite dramatic. And the science is the most efficacious if the intervention is initiated earlier on in the child's life, when the child's brain tends to be more malleable. So that gets you excited, that gives you hope. After seeing the struggles of this family, Ryan and Holly Lambert said, you know what, we're going to open up a clinic ourselves, where if we had a child on the spectrum or if we had a loved one on the spectrum, there would be no question that this is where they would want to receive those services. And with those, again, really big aspirations but relatively humble roots, the Kramer location opens up. The idea at that time was also that this particular location would provide a sanctuary, not only for our clinicians, but also for our families that had been struggling to receive care. Well, that location was starting to fill up very quickly, and most of the spots, if not all of them, were already accounted for. The founder decided, you know what, let me map and see where families are coming from to the Kramer location. And what he found was, if you're familiar with Austin, the northern burbs are quite dense. I'm talking about Round Rock, Cedar Park, Leander, etc. And that's where he saw that families were actually driving down to the Domain Kramer location. And he said, you know what, why don't we open up a location in Round Rock, and that'll be our second location, but then after that, we're done. We're going to solve this access problem once and for all. The Round Rock location opens up, and that one actually gets filled even faster, because now the word is out. When the Kramer location opened up, there was some amount of skepticism. People didn't know, so it took a little bit. But now clearly the word was out. At that time, it became very clear to the founder that this little idea, this bold idea, if you wish, that they had incubated had sort of outlived them. Another way of saying it, they realized that this was going to become much bigger than what they originally envisioned. It was an accumulation of ideas. And the ideas were that if we pour into our clinicians will have the energy to pour into our patients. If we believe that we are a community first and a company second, if we believe that our relationship with work should not be transactional, it should have a purpose, it should have a meaning, there should be a sense of calling. Those were the ideas that ABC was built upon. Well, today we are by far the largest ABA organization in the country. We have thousands of teammates. We're across numerous states. While we're quite humbled that the support and advocacy from our families, from our clinicians, has gotten us to this point, we have not forgotten our roots. We have not forgotten why we are here. And in many ways, the culture of ABC remains as intimate as it was in the earliest days. And as we continue to chronicle the story of ABC, we will continue to iterate, we will continue to innovate.